Hello everyone, my name is Oni, and let's discuss some theories that we have going into the new season and some predictions that we have going forward. And some questions that we have as well. So, the first thing is, what questions do I have before? This is kind of where I'm going to base around most of my theories and my predictions. First is Lloyd's powers. Now those are in question, how he got the powers, what his powers are, and pretty much those questions I feel are going to be answered, and that's kind of the prediction. We're going to learn what his powers are officially. We're going to figure out more about the prophecy, I would imagine. We're also going to learn more about the Green Ninja title. Next up, I also want to see where we go from Jay's story arc. So, Jay's story arc is he doesn't have his memories, and he also shattered his goodness. So I haven't watched I haven't seen anything that anyone said about the episodes. I know 2 episodes came out early in France. I haven't seen anything about it. I've been avoiding spoilers like the plague, so I have no clue. But my prediction so far is I feel like they're going to explain what Lloyd's powers are. They're going to explain more about the prophecy. And Jay is either not going to get his memories back, or Jay's gonna get his memories back, but his personality is still gonna be vastly different because he had shattered his goodness. And now, how did his goodness get shattered? That was because he put the mask on back in season 2 of Dragon's Rising during the tournament arc. Now, with Jay, he's going to be a really big part of the season as well. He and Lloyd, I think, are going to be carrying the plot, at least the main plot. Honestly, I don't know if he's going to get his memories. That's a big thing where I'm back and forth on, oh, he's not going to get his memories, or he is. I think most likely, if anything, he's either going to get his memories back, or he's going to get some of them back. Like, if anything, maybe up until season 4 of the original TV show. Around there. But I don't think he's going to have any goodness in him anymore. So that's another thing to kind of take into consideration. Although it does seem that they're going to be able to get his goodness back. I think once they do that, he'll get the rest of his memories. Or it'll be a thing where they have to unshatter his goodness beforehand, because something he said in season 3 was when he's around Nia, he doesn't want to be as evil. Paraphrasing. So with that in mind, there may be a way. It's like it's kind of like the Fang Pirate Bite in season 2. True love, blah blah blah. You're no longer poisoned. Basically, it might not make him fully evil when he's around someone that he loves, like Nia. So for my personal theory, I think that that's either going to be a requirement to unlock all his memories, or the important ones. Or unlocking his memories will make him good again. We don't know. And in terms of Lloyd, I feel like we're going to learn a lot about his powers. Specifically, I think we're going to learn about previous elemental masters of life, and what his powers are specifically are. If he can control life, or if it's just an anagram of lightning, ice, fire, and earth. If all the other elemental masters of life could control those elements as well, or if that's specifically a Lloyd thing. If golden power and life are separate elements. Those are going to be explored, I can only imagine, and they're going to be thoroughly explained, I hope. And next, we know that young Lloyd is going to be in the show. We're getting baby Lloyd. Jillian Michaels will be voicing them, as far as I'm aware. And I think that Lloyd and Lloyd are not going to get along. Specifically, I feel like they're going to be constantly fighting, to the point where I think that's going to become a huge problem. Because young Lloyd kind of has like the, are you coming or not? Like, he kind of has a bit of an attitude. And to me, I can only see that escalating from here. Because I imagine there could be resentment specifically from young Lloyd because, well, to be completely honest, why wouldn't he? He has... I think it's going to be mad because he got skipped over. He didn't get to live, technically, because Lloyd skipped over him in life. So now he's back. Never been able to live before. Seeing Lloyd, who had skipped him, I feel like that's going to hold some resentment and maybe some anger. It may cause a big fight. And that might be the way that Lloyd restores the elemental powers. And for the rest of the ninja, I'm just going to go down a list because I don't think they're going to be doing anything too crazy. Obviously, Ryu, Frack, and Sora, I believe, ended up together with Wildfire. Or was Frack... Or no, was Ryu with... I think Ryu was with them. I don't think they're going to be doing anything too crazy. I think they're going to go on a little mini mission, but not anything, like, intense. Because, they're not in any sets. Except for Sora, I think, in a couple. Or she's in one. And Frack hasn't even showed up. Wildfire's not even in a set this year. So far. I think that they're not going to do anything crazy. Because if they did, they would have made a set for it. Or there would have been a set with it. So I think they're just going to be taking a bit more of a background. I believe Frack's father showed up in the trailer. So we could be maybe exploring more of Frack's lineage. I'm hoping that we get to see Frack use some Serpentine powers. Because if we don't get to see any Serpentine powers from Frack, then he's a waste of a ninja. I already don't like Frack. I find him personally just really annoying. But if we don't even get to see the good use of having a different species ninja by using those powers, like him digging or him using the Venomari to trick an opponent, then he's just a waste of a ninja slot. Because his powers aren't really that good either. And then going on to Lloyd, obviously Lloyd's going to be going through the trials. I think Aaron is going to go on an arc where he realizes he doesn't want to quit the ninja. He's going to realize he doesn't want to quit the ninja. He's going to maybe rise up above, and he's either going to unlock a new element, or he's going to just level up his powers with Spinjitzu. Next up, I imagine that who we have, Zane, Cole, Jay, Nia, and Kai. They're just gonna be going through their little mission to get Jay's memories back. They're going to be just doing their thing. There's not really gonna be anything too crazy. It's just going to be them going through the memories. It's mostly Jay. They're just gonna be there. If anything, maybe Kai is gonna have a really important talk with Jay. Cause I know some people I've seen haven't liked how their relationship has been recently. Specifically with like Kai being very mean to Jay, making a lot of jokes at Jay's expense. So I'm going to say maybe they're gonna have an important heart-to-heart talk. But who knows really? With that specifically, I'm really not sure. I know that they're all gonna be traveling together, and then Cole, I think Cole still at the monastery with Raz and Geo and everyone. I think he's gonna fight Raz on his own. I think he is gonna see Geo knocked out, and he's gonna just go on a big attack arc with Raz. I don't know if it's gonna go anywhere, but I definitely think that's what's gonna happen. And then Zane, we know, shows up in the Whispering Woods at some point. I think he's probably gonna go once his elemental powers start acting wonky. He's going to start communicating and find Lloyd, and he's gonna help him through the trials with the Whispering Woods. And that's kind of my individual characters. Euphrasia may join the ninja team, may not, who knows. She's kind of a wild card. To be honest, I'm at the point where she probably will. It's not like we have enough ninjas. Like, come on, let's We might as well get her, you know? We might as well add the one that we missed earlier. And, I'm trying to think of any other, like, predictions I could get. I don't think anyone's gonna die, and I don't think anyone is gonna leave the ninja team, specifically the original 6. I think that they're all just going... It's going to be more of dynamic changes than anything, but no one's gonna leave or die. And... it might... If anything, I think it might be Cole that leaves after the season. If not Cole, then Jay and Nia are gone. But I definitely think it's going to be Cole. It's definitely 100% Cole. Because he's kind of got the family with the founders now. He hasn't really been doing ninja stuff too often. So, to me, it makes sense for Cole to leave now. Kai doesn't seem done with the ninjas right now. Jay doesn't seem done. He seems done with everything, but like, if Neo wants to stay, he'll probably stay. Lloyd will never be done, to be honest. I think he's gonna try to follow in his uncle and father's footsteps and become a sensei and become or master and become his own his own teacher and train the next generation of ninja. And Kai doesn't have anywhere else to be, so he'll probably just be helping Lloyd around the monastery until he and Skylar end up finally being together, because it's always changing if they are or not. But I don't think that's gonna be explored next season. But I don't think anyone's gonna specifically leave. Again, I don't think they'll get rid of anyone. For the simple reason of, outside the story, they are way too marketable of characters. They are not gonna get rid, especially like Lloyd. I've seen some clips of some theories where people are like, oh, Lloyd's gonna give his powers to Eren, and Eren's gonna be the new Green Ninja. They're not getting rid of Lloyd. They are never getting... They couldn't get rid of Zane in Season 4. They aren't getting rid of Lloyd, the poster boy of Ninjago. I do think that in the next season, that something serious is going to happen. Like, something's going to cause a big change in the ninja team. I don't think it's going to be anyone leave. I think it's more going to be dynamic shifts, or the new ninja might go off and become their own team. Because especially now that half of them are like off being independent, I think they're going to start their own ninja team. And then at the end of Dragon's Rising, they're going to make 2 different Ninjago shows. One is going to be Ninjago, probably Dragon Warriors. This is off the top of my head. Basically, they're going to make one show where it follows the new ninja, and then they're going to make another show that follows the old ninja. And then they're going to cross over every now and then, and I think this is probably going to be their way to make a big universe of LEGO shows. Because every time they try to make an original LEGO IP, it always fails. Even though they try to connect it with the Ninjago, like Chima, Dreams, I think is getting canceled. Monkey Kid, Nexo Knights, they got canceled. Hidden Side got canceled. So I definitely think that this is gonna be how they proceed as a show. They're probably gonna go down those 2 routes. But that's not for next season. That's for the end of the series. I'm really trying to think of anything else besides Lloyd's powers being more in depth. I strongly feel that Lloyd and young Lloyd are going to fight a lot. They are not going to get along until the end, when they do get along, and I think that's when he's going to find his inner peace, and that's when he's going to be able to unlock his Draconis form. And who else? Maybe when Jay gets his memories, that will unlock his Draconis form. I think maybe Draconis form is only unlocked when they find their inner peace, or something along those lines. And that's probably something that each ninja is gonna realize, unlock their Draconis form, and stop the big bad, which I believe is not the foundation, the loyalists and the elemental monsters, which we don't know where they're coming from. My theory is it's the loyalist staff so far. She seems to be in charge of everything. I know who the loyalist leader is. I own the sets, but I'm not gonna say it here just in case some people want to be very surprised. Um, I I think that she's controlling them, or at the very least, they are created by them, by the loyalists. Not sure about how specifically they're being controlled, but definitely in relation to the loyalists. And I don't think Pixel's gonna show up too much. And I think in the next season, in part 2, my random theory out of nowhere, absolute lunacy out of the blue, there's gonna be a Chima reference, or Laval's gonna show up. Mark my words. Come back to this video and tell me I was right, because I have a feeling in my heart that Laval is gonna show up in the next part. Just because it's the 15th anniversary of Ninjago, they're probably gonna be going through history, probably going through some crossovers, and Chima's gonna show up. And Laval is gonna be like, wow, things really have changed recently. And he's gonna like help Lloyd do something. He's only gonna show up for like a couple minutes. And then he's gonna be like, I have to go tell Kragger. And he's gonna go find Kragger. And that's how they write him out of the show. He's only gonna be there for a few minutes. And that's just my guess. He's probably gonna have the same design, but yeah, that's my Oni's theory right there. And with that being said, let me know what you guys think. What are your theories? Put them down in the comments. Let me know, because I'd be excited to see what you guys think. And with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Again, my name is Oni, and you guys have a great rest of your day. Goodbye for now.